actions that we'll be taking will be blocking the coal plant.
Hey, you're not sitting in the warm stuff. What are you doing?
It's going to be the largest civil disobedience on climate change in U.S. history. My name's David Pinsky. I live in Wilmington, North Carolina. I go to University of North Carolina. Right now we're lobbying our Congressman Mike McIntyre. We just had a lobby meeting with him to sign bold climate change legislation this year before we go to Copenhagen in 2009 for the UN climate conference. Right now we're going over there, thousands of us, to protest the dirty energy that's coming from the Capitol coal plant, because coal is not the answer. There's no such thing as clean coal, and it's time for our elected officials to know that.
I think that would be a big mistake if we forced this plant to change its fuel. Any other form of energy would be vastly more expensive, so I think that that would be really, really harmful, especially here in the nation's capital, where we have very high poverty rates, where a number of folks are living hand to mouth. The idea of raising the rates for Pepco, raising the rates that people pay on their electric bill to double or triple the levels that they're at right now, I mean, it's really economic hardship for folks, and I think that the idea that we can somehow do this in a cost-free way just is ignorant of the reality of what alternative energies cost and the impact of that on ordinary folks. And you know, the only alternative to passing it on to ratepayers would be to have a huge subsidy for taxpayers, and taxpayers can't afford it either. We're looking at trillions of dollars of debt right now on the federal level, and the idea that money's going to come out of nowhere, that somehow we're going to be able to afford to have much more expensive energy in this country, I think is a fantasy, and it's one that's very damaging to real ordinary folks, especially here in Washington.
What I want to talk about is Sustainable Energy Revolving Loan Funds. It's a capital fund. You have the initial capital that can then be invested in energy efficiency projects, from changing out light bulbs, HVAC systems, fixing leaks and air compression, anything that makes your operations more efficient. And by doing that, you lower your utility bill. So your fund is paid back. The loan is paid back through the savings created by the project done. Once you get the efficiency, you then move to renewable energy sources. Your fund is large enough, you can start putting solar panels, wind panels, whatever else you want onto your building.
Front door is packed, everyone's trying to get in and talk to everybody, so it's kind of a secure checkpoint, like everyone's late for their meetings. Yeah, I know. So we got two options. We can go in here, but there's already 50 people going to the Fazio lobby, so it's not like a big deal that we need to be there, and then we can go to the Capitol Climate Action.
Okay.
And go kick some ass there, and like just...
Alright.
Does that sound like fun?
Yeah. So Living Machines, basically you're just back in the botanical gardens. When they're set up right, they look a lot like that. And instead of pumping all your water back to, water treatment facility far away, you can have it on site, and it's basically a big greenhouse, a bunch of tanks that have hydroponic plants, bacteria, even fish growing inside of them. And they biologically treat all of the water. And then it filters into a wetland to settle out all the extra sediments and organic matter. and the water comes out like a clean glass of water, and it's beautiful. And you can actually, they're looking into using them for commercial production of certain types of plants like bamboo, because within a month they cut the plants to the floor. 30 days later, they're to the ceiling of the greenhouse. They grow like crazy because of all the nutrients and everything inside, and they're beautiful.
My name is Phil Kerpen. I'm with Americans for Prosperity, and I came out to this protest today on this freezing 20-degree snowy day to say no to the folks who want to radically transform our energy policy, shut down coal-fired power plants, and double or triple the price of electricity in this country, because the impact that would have on ordinary folks and their family budgets is really unthinkably harmful, especially during a time of economic crisis. There's somebody here standing up for the impact of the luxury of environmentalism at a time of real economic distress, and saying that this might not be the time for that sort of an indulgence.
Very calm towards them. Now, one thing I would like you all to do right now is find somebody you know, maybe somebody you don't know too well, but make them your buddy. We're asking people to stick together. Because this is such a large action, there is a very high risk of spontaneity.
Chang, C-H-E-N-G, Sina Chang. I'm legal deliverer out here with Greenpeace. What we're doing out here is we're observing the entire situation to make sure that everything's safe and goes smoothly. We're out here to make sure that everyone's having fun as well, and coming out here to speak up for clean energy. That we need to go out here and we need to do, make sure that the Congress is doing what they said they're going to be doing, and making sure that Obama does what he says. Well, we've already succeeded by bringing everyone out here, and obviously if you see all the, the flags and all the activists out here, super excited. But what we want to do is we're going to close this coal power station.
have the directly impacted coalfield members leading the march. That's what the different contingents, different color contingents will be doing. They'll be taking different gates.
I'll give out my email address, that way you or any of your viewers can contact me. That would be great. My email address is pgk@philkerpen.com.
Know that we were going to occupy this whole block, but nobody, they don't give permits. This is, they don't do what the Capitol Police does, which is try to manage protests.
There are 70 of us that have come from Wilmington, North Carolina, because we demand that our elected officials address climate change. We've waited too long. There's been 8 years of inaction. It's time for the U.S. to take the lead once again.